You might find it hard to believe that up until about a week ago I had never heard of Phil Robertson, so before you ask, yes, I do live under a rock, and yes, I like it here. I'd heard of Dynasty, of course. I'd heard that somebody associated with the show had run afoul of some other body or something. Headlines to that effect had been streaming for the better part of a week from every corner of the known universe, but I'd also heard that Duck Dynasty is a reality show, and that was enough to make the whole Tempest, its teapot, and the cart they rolled in on parties of no interest whatsoever to me. Then Red Ice Creations host Henrik Palmgren posted a podcast interview with Patrick Henningsen, editor of the alternative news site 21st Century Daily. Henningsen proposed during the interview that Robertson's story is all too common. According to Henningsen, Robertson is now a fugitive from what Palmgren calls the politically correct matrix, which got my attention, as matrix references usually do. Robertson, I learned, had spoken on the record with GQ magazine and said a few things that the producers of his insanely popular show might have preferred that he kept to himself. So I read the GQ article in question, read it from beginning to end, looking for trouble. I read it expecting to be offended, or at least to understand why other people might feel justified in being so. But I wasn't. And I didn't. I did recognize a discomfiting stereotype. But Robertson, unlike the writer who interviewed him, did not judge, did not ridicule. Here's what he did do. He unapologetically identified himself as a Bible thumper for whom Duck Dynasty is a means of surreptitiously bringing people to Christ. He denied any awareness of unhappiness or resentment among the Jim Crow-era black people he knew as a child. He expressed a preference for women's vaginas over men's anuses, penis-wise. Curiously, it's the last of these gaffes that's drawing the most fire, one that even Al Jazeera has termed gay bashing and an attack on homosexuals. But if what Robertson said was gay bashing, that bar has gotten awfully, awfully low. Because this is the quote. "It seems like to me a vagina, as a man, would be more desirable than a man's anus. That's just me. I'm just thinking, there's more there. She's got more to offer. I mean, come on, dudes. You know what I'm saying? But hey, sin. It's not logical, my man. It's just not logical." And that's it. That's the offense. That's the casus belli. It's also why I think that if you flip this kerfuffle upside down, you will find "Made in Hollywood" stamped on the base in big red letters. In other words, there was no offense. There is no controversy. The revolution will not be televised unless Robertson's evangelical agenda is real. And it just might be.
Some glad morning when the stars is soar, I'll fly away, fly away, fly away, to our home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away, fly away, fly away. I'll fly away, fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away, fly away. In the morning when I die, hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away, fly away. When the shadow